Yo, 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 yo. Welcome, everybody, to.
Way too many O's.
Are you mad or not? Are you mad or not? Are you mad or not? That's all I'm saying. Are you mad or
Nah,
not?
nah.
Like I said, after I was rudely interrupted, welcome to another edition, or I should say a bonus edition to the Enlightened Ignorance podcast. I'm your host, Jay Burnside. Want to introduce yourself?
No, because I already know who I am. I'm back in this hole.
Well, people who don't know, this is I got my co-host, Devion Wilson, up in here. He feeling a little better. Still got a scratchy throat, but he is talkable. So, are you ready, man?
Yeah. And can you teach common sense?
Oh, you got to speak it louder so people will know.
No, I said, and can you teach common sense? That's what I want to know.
Um, can you
Because
teach
these
common
two
sense?
guys, huh?
Tell the audience, what it's the questions came from.
These two guys were arguing yesterday at breakfast just about like basic stuff that you just can't teach somebody who's grown. You know,
Yeah,
like basically people that do dumb stuff and like blame it on like even stupider things. Like it's your fault. You fucked up. Like you had common sense, and obviously common sense is not that common for a lot of people, and you just can't teach it. Like it's something that you I don't know. Like I think it has to do with like learning, like being taught like certain disciplinary like actions. I mean, it goes a long way, but my question that I got out of that was, can you really teach common sense to people?
um, I think you can, not necessarily, because I mean, there's everybody knows what's right and what's wrong and what's good and what's bad. But that common sense is from learning what's that good and that
Good
bad.
and what's bad?
Exactly. Yeah. So I believe it can necessarily be taught. If it don't be taught by the parents or the teachers, they see it on TV. You can just see it on TV alone. You see all these crimes going on. You know what? Like it's common sense not to kill people. It's common sense not to steal. It's common sense not to be reckless. It's common sense not to have your phone while you're driving. It's common sense like stuff like that. So you necessarily can learn the common sense by uh, watching other people's mistakes necessarily. So yeah,
Yeah.
I firmly do believe that.
Okay.
Yeah, I think common sense definitely can be taught. It's just if it's not taught by the guardian or parent or the teacher, it's definitely being taught by the news. It's definitely being taught by the media. Is definitely being taught by nigga. You can watch Maury alone, and you see the kids like those type of episodes when you see the kids are acting up and the kids
Yes.
just being basically badasses and they gotta go to boot camp and all that shit.
Mhm.
I just watched that alone. I'm like, okay, this is what I'm not supposed to do. Don't act like
Yeah. I mean,
them,
yeah.
because common sense would necessarily would tell you the stuff that they doing. It's basically it's common sense not to do it. So
Yeah.
you really think about the overall, it goes back to the same thing. I do firmly believe that common sense can be taught. People just don't, you know, it don't pop in their heads, but yeah, it flows, as you grow up and as you live your life. and all that shit. So
Okay. My next one is um, is common sense common? Because a lot of people lack common sense.
it's common
A
sense.
lot of people do dumb shit because they either don't think about it before they do it. They so eager to get something done and they just don't care or whatever.
Is common sense common?
No, I think a lot of people lack common sense.
Yeah, that's very true. That's very true. A lot of people do lack common sense. And the thing is, I think they know what's common sense. They just want to do the opposite of that common sense.
I mean, yeah, that could be something to look into, but
Yeah, I feel like, well, it's a hard question because I don't really know if common sense common is it common to have sense. Yeah, if you think about it, yeah, because it's very common. It's common amongst people, and it's common by law. So it's very common that that you stay on the right path, and the bad path is common to necessarily stay legit and work wherever you want to work, and live how with live the way you're supposed to live according to society, of course.
Mhm.
But you think about it, yeah, it's very common. Let's go back to what I see before. You see the shit like on TV alone. The common sense right there alone, and the mistakes that people make, and a lot of the mistakes are dumb. And the comments, they didn't use their common sense, and that's why they in the position that they in, whether it's good or bad or whatever. So, yeah, yeah, it's common. It's common. It's common to have common sense to not go on Facebook, brag about how you killed 15 other people, and then
Yeah,
and then
that's
it's also it's also common to not ask a random elderly man to come to your car and just shoot him in the face. Like it's common not to do that, but people lack common sense. Just like that incident, whoever the fuck his name is, who I hope because he's a basically a piece of shit. But I'm not going to even get into that. Um, I'm not going to get into that. That nigga's a piece of shit. He is a piece of shit.
I mean, he killed himself, right?
Yeah, he killed himself.
Yeah, so
And
so
I always my mom was always say this, like every time a person takes their life after they take a person's life, is a straight punk.
yeah,
Yeah, they're a straight punk because they already know the consequences that are gonna happen before them. But you want to necessarily take your life, and instead of necessarily taking the consequence, I mean taking responsibility for your actions, you want to necessarily take your own life over that shit. So yeah, I think you kill yourself, straight punk. He took a life and then justified it by taking his own life. No, that's not justice. A justice is having you spend the rest of your days
yeah.
wondering how could I be so stupid in killing that man. That's more of a torture than killing yourself, to be honest.
Exactly.
So yeah, and I think he knew once he did that shit, he knew he couldn't live with that guilt, and that's why he pulled the trigger.
I mean, he was actually
Y'all pray for Davion, guys.
he was actually had got like caught at a McDonald's.
You said at McDonald's?
Yeah, he was caught at McDonald's like through the damn drive-through, and somebody noticed this damn guy, and they kind of like had to like hold his food. Like they made up like an excuse to like oh your fries were cold, so we gotta like reheat them or something like that. but basically they like stalled him like a little bit, and they had called the police, and soon as police showed up, he started running, and they started to chase him.
Yeah.
Like he thought he was like good, but basically, long story short is he eventually got caught. I mean, he didn't get that far. The police did the fucking pit maneuver shit,
Mm-hmm.
where like they turned the car around and they had the nigga basically couldn't go anywhere. So he pulled out the gun that was in his car and just shot himself because he knew that he was fucked already.
You already know he couldn't necessarily. He may not have felt it now, but the more the days that he was in will be, the more the days that he would have been in jail, the more and more days that guilt and that that regret will literally torture his life like the rest of his days. So you know,
Yep.
I think that's probably one of the reasons why Aaron Hernandez killed himself.
I mean, hey,
And maybe it will make. I'm not saying it was. It was that guilt, And I know
in jail for the
people.
rest of his life. Shit.
Yeah, and I know
I'll
people
kill
was
myself.
right, and I know people was not defending our Aaron Hernandez because a lot of people were taking somewhat of subliminal like jokes at the whole death and all that, and people was like, "Oh man, I understand that, but man, this a daughter just lost his father, and that's not very very cool." And shit, I'm like, okay, I understand that, but but should that be an excuse for what he did?
No.
That's not an excuse for what he did. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to hear that that a child her uh, just lost her father in jail, but at the
I mean,
same time, it's not like
well, basically, she lost her dad when he got locked up for life anyway.
yeah, he was locked up for life anyway, so it wouldn't make a
Yeah.
difference if he was still alive to this day or not. He was going to spend the rest of his life
Yeah. So.
in that position, So
Yeah.
I'm not going to give that an excuse for what he did. I'm not going to do that. I'll definitely pray for that child, but it's like it doesn't make it don't make a slick difference to me. So I don't say about that. So
Well, God rest the dead.
yeah. So you wanna talk about this lawsuit?
What lawsuit?
Jazz Prince filed a second
Oh.
lawsuit.
Not really, cause ain't shit gonna happen with it.
Yeah.
Think
I
about
want to
it.
know.
Ain't nobody seeing Birdman's book.
Well,
People
technically,
have filed it.
the last
People
time.
have filed. How many people have filed lawsuits on Birdman, and he has either stalled it or got some arrangement to where it couldn't happen? Something, bro. Ain't nobody seeing this man books. This man is going to the grave with money that he should owe other people, or
Yeah.
like shit like that. Like, ain't nobody saying this guy's books, man. He's been sued. Well, not sued, but he's been trying to get taken to court to pay. I mean, he ain't even paying Wayne back. So I mean, shit. What makes you think he gonna pay anybody else back before Wayne?
Here,
Before Wayne.
that gets to me. Here's the question I want to ask you. Once or if Lil Wayne gets out of this contract that he has with Cash Money, do you think that Cash Money will still, will be around? You think they will still survive?
Bro, Cash Money is dead already.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I was saying that, but I'm saying that I think that's one of the reasons why Birdman is trying to clutch Lil Wayne right now, try to keep him because he know once he lose him, then that's
it's
it.
over for sure.
It's over.
Yeah, but then again, bro, it's over, man. Birdman, it is over. You have fucked up the biggest fuck up you can ever fuck up.
Yeah, that was your last. That was your last big artist. I can't even think of any artist that Birdman has signed with him that he actually mold and shape into a superstar like Lil Wayne. And
exactly.
You could argue that that's Drake and there's Nicki, but no. Here's a difference. Lil Wayne has molded them and shaped them to superstars. Exactly.
Yeah, Wayne brought them under his wing or whatever. You know, Wayne came in the game. I don't even know how old, but yeah, he was super young. So he's been down with Birdman for most of his damn life, pretty much. Yeah,
that's very true.
I mean, because he knew Birdman before the Hot Boys, like before them days.
Right.
So I mean, they
I get the history. I understand the history, but at the same time, I hate to say it, it's still a business. Yeah. I wish they can find. Yeah. I wish they can find some ground, but you know, it looks like this is a rivalry that's really pretty much done. I mean, even his original all the Hot Boy members, basically everybody that used to fuck with Birdman don't even fuck with him anymore. The artist that he signed is not doing anything. The only 3 successful artists he had under Cash Money is Lil Wayne, Drake, and Nicki. And he's just making money off of them 3, and those are necessarily Lil Wayne's creations. I mean, you can get Tyga. You can say Tyga, but Tyga's not even really hot anymore. And then now he's under Good Music, and he still ain't doing shit.
Nigga, Tyga been out of Young Money.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like when he was with Young Money at the time. I mean that he still only had that one big hit, and that's Rack City, solo wise.
I mean, he had like a few others, but man,
I can't think of one. You can't give me one solo single that he got that's actually was a hit other than Rack City. And the other hits he had was with other people. So whether it was with Chris Brown, Lil Wayne, whoever the fuck, he had some help.
Oh well, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, but that's another story. So I think once this boils over, bye Cash Money is going to end up being like Death Row, going bankrupt and shit.
Because ain't nobody going to sign a Cash Money anymore.
No. I'm surprised artists are still signing them, because I know he's still signing people, but the people that he's signing,
that do sign, they don't give a fuck about him not paying. They just want to get signed. Just to get signed. Like, yo, nigga, I'm signed. I'm a Birdman, nigga, I'm signed. But you know how good that shit sounds?
Yeah.
Even though you don't know what you signing to, possibly what you signing to, you know, you can fuck around and be amateur mediocre and be good. Or you can fuck around and blow up and be the next biggest thing and not get paid. You know? I mean.
But do you think Lil Wayne should be his own boss and start his own label once he get out? Because
I think Ben did that. I mean,
he's not though.
Right now, so it doesn't matter.
He's not though. He just did a concert, or not did whatever. It was a concert where he was talking about, oh yeah, it's The Rock.
He's a rock star. Yeah, exactly. So,
I'm like, yeah, you don't want to be your own boss though. I mean, you got enough. You know the business as well as like since you was like a fucking teenager. So I'm thinking like, okay, he want to have his own label and shit, but looks like it's not. He's not. He just want to be under somebody else's.
which I don't know why, but
I don't know.
oh
Maybe
well.
he don't feel like he's a good businessman to have start his own label. He don't know the knowledge enough, or he just don't want to do that shit. I don't know.
Well, that's a damn shame because he's been in this game for way too long not to not know how to run a fucking business or a record label.
Right, right,
Nigga, you
right.
for so long. How the fuck do you not know? Like how? I mean, you. I'm sure you see this shit often. Like I'm sure you see how to run a label often. I'm sure you know the ins and outs, nigga. You were signed to one. I'm sure you know how the fucking shit work.
Yeah,
Why could you not wanna sign to one? I mean,
like
how
start
could you
his
not?
own big label
Yeah,
and shit like
how
that.
could you not want to start one? Like,
I don't know. Probably you think it's too much work. I don't know.
nigga, er,
I mean, look what you did with Young Money. It was the one point in time, not today, but it was one point in time that Young Money was the most popular label in America. Everybody wanted to be signed by Young Money. I cannot count how many people that signed to that label. From
exactly.
Jay Mills, Little Twist, Gutta Gutta,
And all
fucking
them niggas women are trash, and none of them have put anything out that was worthy of giving them another fucking listen besides Drake, Nicki, Wayne, and sometimes Tyga. And that's it.
yeah. So
All those other 348 dudes didn't matter. All of those other 348 dudes didn't matter.
I mean, wasn't the one time Paris Hilton was signed? Paris Hilton.
I heard that shit, but I ain't take that shit too serious.
I swear to God, yeah, they signed Limp Bizkit. But I think that band is really dope in my opinion. But and then Paris Hilton, like I'm like, wow, Young Money just sign anybody and everybody now. They think they just can just sign anybody. So, but that nigga ain't even worried about. If I was Lil Wayne, I would say, nigga, you can do what Dr. Dre did. Give him, yeah, you can have all that shit. I'm just fucking done with you. I'm sick of this shit. I'm done with this shit. Fuck you, Birdman. I'm gone. Bye bye. But he ain't leaving without Lil Wayne's not leaving without the Carter Five, Drake, Nicki, and the money he's owed.
I mean, well, Drake and Nicki is not his problem because that's not his contract. It's their contract, so
Yeah.
he ain't got no say so on that.
Yeah, but
And as far
it goes
as Carter
back to
Five,
the oh my bad.
I mean, and as far as the Carter Five, I mean, he has the Carter Five complete. He just can't drop
Yeah,
it. So I mean,
I think that's one of the reasons why he's in court right now is because of that shit.
He has it complete, but he just can't drop it. But that's a whole other thing. And as far as that money, he'll get that money when Birdman give it to him.
He ain't getting this shit. It is so hypocritical because Birdman not too long ago, a couple of weeks ago, was on his fucking phone, flossing his fucking jewelry and bragging about how Cash Money sold 1 billion units and all that shit. I was like, so you got enough money to pay it to brag about your 1 billion units, which congratulations to you, and fucking all this jewelry and shit, but you don't have enough money to pay your artists. You don't have enough money to pay Lil Wayne. You don't have enough money to release the album. Now you in some deep shit because not only you still doing a lawsuit with Lil Wayne, now you having a lawsuit with fucking Jazz Prince label who he partly owns due to unpaid royalties from Drake's views. Like I don't understand the world anymore. Like, but
Birdman.
he probably gonna work out a settlement, but then again, he didn't pay the money that he owes Jazz Prince from the last lawsuit that he
paid
foul.
anybody anything.
Exactly.
I don't think he paid anybody anything.
I mean, even
Like, not time.
I think didn't Tiger said one time he said in the Breakfast Club interview he never got paid for Rack City.
Hmm?
Tiger, I think he said in an interview at the Breakfast Club one time he never got paid for Rack City, and that was his biggest hit.
Damn.
He never got paid for that.
I didn't even know that. Like,
He
I'll have to go back and look at that.
yeah, like go to like this is around the time with the whole accusation that he was dating Kylie when she was 16 and shit. So yeah, but he was in the interview saying like, yeah, I never got paid for Rack City, not a dime,
Well,
not
that's crazy.
not 1 cent, and that was that you can't tell me that song didn't was on the radio like crazy.
Yeah, that was his biggest hit at that time. I mean, and he didn't get. Damn, that's.
I know it's fucked up. I know it's fucked up. And that's why it's probably the reason why he's in the shit now with all these foreclosed houses and these cars being repossessed. He probably never got that check. He was depending on that Rack City check.
Man.
So it's probably still depending on that Rack City check. But I guess. But good luck, not Little Wayne, but yeah, good luck, Little Wayne, trying to get out of this contract. That nigga ain't. He's gonna go through the hills, gonna go through hell and high water before he ever lets you go. That's all I'm saying. So make sure y'all put respect on his name.
It's kind of hard when you do shit like this.
It's not. It's not. But moving on. You wanna talk about how you feel about Kendrick's album Damn?
Yeah, that shit was nice. I like that.
What's your favorite tracks on it?
Fuck out of Damn. Damn was a solid piece of art. I like that. It was very, I don't know, man. Like, I can't even find a word for it. Like, that shit, like, brought me back to, like, Section 80.
Right.
I don't know why. Two different sounds and vibes, but
right.
Yeah, man. That shit was solid, like, all the way through.
Do you think it's gonna be album of the year?
It's kind of hard to judge. I mean, we halfway through this year.
Or do you think it's like an album of the year candidate, at least?
I mean, yeah, it's a candidate. In my eyes, it's a candidate.
Yeah, I think it done well. I think it's sold over 400 its first week. Now it's up to like 500 now.
That's cool.
Yeah, so I think my favorite tracks on there was DNA, which I just saw.
Cool.
I just saw the video for DNA. That one was tight though.
DNA, man, like, fuck Humble. Like, after listening to DNA and songs like Duckworth, and man, fuck DNA. I mean, not DNA. Fuck Humble. Humble was watered down compared to all those other good. What was I just saying?
You said Humble was watered down.
Yeah, I mean, like, compared to DNA, and when you listen to like Humble,
yeah,
like Humble's a catchy song, but it's watered down when you compare it to something like DNA.
Right.
Like those bars, like when he said, "Now tell me who that nigga think he hate, he's known as Sandman." Like, that's kind of like watered down when you compare it to I Got Royalty and No New Thing Inside My Did when he was going off fast and shit and hitting you with the like, that's the shit that I wanted.
Yeah.
That's the shit that.
I mean, well, to me, I still think Umbo is so hot through the whole album. I don't know what's my least favorite. I know a lot of people like Element. Me, I like it, but I don't love it. Love it. Uh, I'll say my favorite tracks are DNA. My also Fear, Ducks
Oh,
Yeah. You said Lust?
kind of like Pride too.
Probably was good. Probably was good. I'm not gonna lie. Ducksworth was like my all like of all the tracks. I think that was my favorite.
Yeah, that's a straight story right there.
That was just straight dope. And shout out to Ninth Wonder for the beat though. That was
Oh yeah.
just Jesus Christ. But it's Ninth Wonder though, so you expect him to do this like go hard on his beats. But yeah, it ain't ironic about with the whole robbery thing, and he didn't kill his dad, and 20 years later they talking about the shit.
I mean,
That's fucking crazy, man. That's fucking crazy. Like your
that.
Kendrick's dad is working at KFC, and can you Anthony was I think the person that owns or the president of TDE uh, had used to rob that place, and last time like Anthony shot a dude. So what the dad used to do when he would come when he came to KFC was like give him like some free chicken and shit, so to like be on this good side and shit, so he won't have to get shot. So after that, and then he never robbed that place again, and it was ironic because 20 years later, Kendrick signed to TDE, which Anthony owns, and his dad, still living, still breathing and shit, and Anthony and his dad was just talking about how ironic he didn't kill him because Kendrick would have admitted if he would have killed his dad, that he would have went out and killed him.
Man.
So yeah, it's crazy. It's really crazy. Shout out to Kendrick, man. It's like Jesus, and I don't know, because I was asking you, do you think you think it's gonna outsell More Life? And I don't.
Those type of questions, man.
I know.
Everybody drops an album, they always compare it to the last person, like the last big person album, like Drake. You think it's gonna outsell Drake? Like, man, you can't even fucking compare those two albums. You can't even fucking compare those two artists. Like, that's all you see on fucking YouTube. More life, and damn. Which one is better? Which one? Like, shut the fuck up and just listen to both of them.
Yeah, I think people necessarily would compare because these two are two of the most anticipated albums coming in 2017. I guess that's why there's a comparison.
More life wasn't even a fucking album.
Well, playlist or whatever.
Just fucking put together, nigga, just to keep on like feeding music, just so he can keep that stage as the main guy. Because Drake has always been that main guy, because he's always been delivering consistent music,
Yeah, and Caribbean.
He'll put out an album, and he'll do his thing and drop a little project like in between or some shit like that, where people, Kendrick dropped the Pimp a Butterfly, and then he dropped Untitled and Unmastered.
Yeah.
And didn't really just give us nothing for like a while until the Heart Part 4, and now this. So, I mean,
yeah. Like I said, I think the reason why because these two are getting compared a lot because I guess these are two of the quote unquote elite rappers that's out there right now, which I don't firmly believe that. I think there's a lot of other artists who are elites, but they're not placed as the elites necessarily. So, and then them two don't really care for each other And it's crazy because there was a point in time they used to fuck with each other, but ever since fucking Control, Drake want to be all soft and shit and be all sensitive and shit about it, and and now here we are. So
exactly. Let's end this conversation with that. They don't fuck with each other, so let's not try to put their bodies of work against each other.
yeah. We're not gonna believe that, but the media is going to. They are going to continue to eat this
That's
up.
all they do. They listen to an album, they review it the next day, like they just had so much time to digest it and break it down. They give you their opinions, which is probably not even right about it. But first of all, it's an opinion; it can't be right.
Yeah,
But
it's not
they
facts,
tell you
it's opinions. Yeah,
they tell you what they think based off what they just listened to a few hours before, not even giving it time to digest, not even breaking down like line for line and what it means and the metaphors, not even really analyzing the whole album as a whole. They listen to it, oh, it's a good album, good songs, blah, blah, blah. They do that damn shit, and then they flip it, well, now that we heard this album, is it better than Drake's album? And it's fucking stupid. Like, get a real job. Like, goddamn.
yeah. It's funny because I always say when I listen, I never compare Kendrick to Drake at all. When Kendrick was out and Drake was out, I always thought it was gonna be like a competitive battle between Kendrick and J. Cole, but apparently it's a who is better between Drake, who's better between Kendrick, Drake and Kendrick, Drake and Kendrick, who's going to outsell who? Of course, Drake is going to outsell Kendrick because he got a bigger fan base, you know.
Yeah.
He has a bigger fan base, so of course it's going to outsell Kendrick. But if you talk about quality wise, song wise, material wise, Kendrick is always going to be at the top. And a part of me feels that Drake feels some type of way because no matter how much music he will put out, he would never ever top what Kendrick does. I'm sorry.
Well, unless he goes back to them Take Care days.
And he's not.
But since you doing all this bragging, and my pool bigger than Kanye's and shit, nigga, we don't really, you know what I'm saying? And that's cool, but it's not the Take Care Drake, nigga. The Take Care Drake was hungry. The Take Care Drake came with it. That album, you listen to it front to back. Oh my God. And not even to mention the songs that he released that were not even on that album, like Free Spirit and like Club Paradise, like amazing songs that weren't even on the album.
Yeah.
But I mean, that was a time where I think he was at his most creative. Like, that shit was beautiful. Like, this nigga had Stevie Wonder playing guitar at the end of one of his songs, and him in the background. Oh my God, yo, man. But can't dwell in the past. So
yeah, Drake is already having have a plate full of this whole cultural vulturing and shit. So I think that necessarily tainted his resume as a rapper with the ghostwriting accusations and the whole culture vulture thing with XXX Tentacion. Tentacion. I hope I said it right. It's kind of tainting. No, I can't think of no other rapper that's getting that much criticism than Drake. I can't think of anybody unless you are like a whack rapper and shit like Lil Yachty and shit. My humble opinion, but yeah, no one get that much criticism like Drake does. Drake get criticized a lot for his work.
Well, yeah, recently.
Yeah, recently, yeah. Back then, hell no. People was like, oh, I fuck with Drake. Yeah. Oh, and Jay-Z was all on Drake's dick at one point in time. everybody was fucking with Drake. Everybody said Drake was going to be the next big thing, and he became the big thing. And as soon as he came that big thing, he drawed out some enemies. Sorry, it's going to happen. He drew out he drew out some enemies, people that he used to fuck with. He don't fuck with no more. The multiple accusations and shit. So
once you've been at the top for so long, people just start to get annoyed.
Yeah.
I mean,
and Drake not losing no sleep about it. He ain't losing any sleep about it. So he gonna be all right.
As long as they both eating, as long as whoever is eating, if you satisfied, then that's all that fucking matters to me.
Yeah, that's true. Have you seen the Nicki Minaj video, No Frauds? I know you don't F with Nicki like that, but you know, have you seen the video?
Nope.
Okay, there's a controversial. It was a controversial video, not because of the song, not because of Drake or Lil Wayne and shit. In the video, I don't even know I forgot what that lady name, but in the video, one of Remy Ma's best friends, she's on Love and Hip Hop. She was in the Nicki Minaj video, and that sparked up some controversy behind that. So, my question to you is, would you ever be cool with your friend hanging around your enemy?
I mean, well, one, how tight are y'all? That'll be my first question.
I guess according to them, I guess they are best friends. You know, they fuck with each other. You know, they hang out, talk to each other all the time.
My other question would be best friends prior.
Yeah, they were best friends prior to this.
Oh, well, then that's cool. But if y'all become friends after we become enemies, and he come to you like, yo, I fuck with you, man. Like, just to probably just to piss me off, because he know that we cool. Then nah, that's just fucked up because he know what the fuck he doing. But if y'all were cool before, I don't give a shit. I can't tell you who to fucking hang out with.
Yeah. I said, okay, it's yes or no. Would I be a little upset that like a friend that I know for the longest time is kicking it with a person I don't fuck with? Yeah, a part of me will be, I'll be a little upset, but at the same time, I wouldn't be upset because at the same time, I'm not gonna put you in a situation where you have to take sides between him or her, and me. You know, that's the beef between. The beef is between me and the person, so I'm not gonna bring anybody else into that mix.
Yeah.
But yeah, the woman is getting a lot of flack. Like, people are calling her fake. People are calling her disloyal. People kind of calling her out of her name and shit because she appeared in the video, and everybody knows that Nicki do not fuck with Remy, and Remy do not fuck with Nicki. So to see Remy, one of Remy Ma's best friends, I think they're best friends, shooting a video where Nicki, you know, it's Nicki's song and she's a part of the video. It's like Nicki knew what she was doing.
Yeah.
Nicki knew exactly what she was doing. She was trying to start some shit. But, you know, that's the whole controversy about it, though. That's all I gotta say. I think Remy Ma and them are gonna talk it out, laugh it out, and all that shit. So Um,
Uh,
anything else you want to talk about, man?
no, I'm pretty much dried out.
All right, man.
Yeah, I'm
So
pretty dried out.
you dried out.
This was a good little half an hour, 47 minutes.
Yeah, that's all we need, man. So that's another addition to the Enlightened Ignorance podcast. Make sure y'all check us out on YouTube and SoundCloud, well as Google Play. I'm trying to get us in iTunes, but I don't. It's a long story and it's complicated.
Well, just yet. We
Yes,
good with just YouTube and Sound. We good with just YouTube and SoundCloud for right now.
yeah. We probably got to upgrade SoundCloud to Pro, bro.
So what?
We probably got to upgrade our account to Pro though. There's like a SoundCloud Pro where you can add more minutes so you can get more time to post your posts in your podcast and shit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it'll cost some money, but it'll get done. So any last words?
Damn. That's pretty much it. You thought I did that?
Yeah, I saw you did that. So, all right, guys. If you listen to this podcast, we're not dumb, we're not stupid, we're just ignorant. Who has to be enlightened about it? Because this is a Enlightened Ignorance podcast. Peace out.
Hey, let me cut you off there. You want to know what's funny?
What?
They haven't even heard us talk ignorant yet.
True. But I gotta say that because I'm still recording right now. So thanks a lot. You just
yeah. But it's funny because they haven't even heard us ignorant talk yet, and it's gonna be funny when they do.
Yeah. I can't wait for that happens. They're gonna say how ignorant we are, and we will accept that shit. All right, peace out, guys.
All right, man.